guys, welcome back to my channel. So before I start today's video, I'm just going to apologise for the lack of quality of the makeup, but I was having a bit of an off day, but I thought I'd upload the video anyway because a few of you asked me to upload it, and she is absolutely stunning, so I thought why waste the footage. So after I've cleansed and applied Girl Meets Pearl liquid highlighter all over the face as a primer, I'm just going to fill in the brows using MAC Spiked. Her brows are very well groomed, so I didn't have to do much but fill in a little bit of sparse areas. Then I'm going to prime the eyelids as usual using my MAC Select Cover Up NC15, and then setting with some translucent powder so our eyeshadows don't stick when we apply them. Star of the show today is the Naked 3 palette by Urban Decay. This is like a rosy gold palette, quite cool tones. I'm just going to start off with the shade Limit. This is quite a baby pink eyeshadow. Just build that up in the crease with a MAC 224, and then I'm going to highlight under the brow bone. You can just use any light shimmery colour for this. I use the lightest colour in the palette, I can't remember the name to be honest. So now going in with a MAC 221, this is a more compact brush. I'm just going to apply the shade Nuna, I think it's called. It's like a mauvey, dusty rose pink, and I'm going to build up that crease and define it, and rather than round it off as I usually do with eye makeup looks, I'm just going to flick it out because it's going to be a winged cut crease look. So as you can see, I'm creating that shape there just using that eyeshadow on the brush. Don't have to be particularly neat at this point because we are going to cut the crease using a cream eyeshadow. Blending that in again with my MAC 224 just so the edges are seamless. Quite a simple look really because you're only using one eyeshadow palette for the eyeshadows. For the cream eyeshadow though, I did use the Maybelline Tattoo cream eyeshadow. I think it's just a rose goldy one. You can use anything for this really. It's going to be really precise while I carve out the crease using a small detail brush. I've sped this up quite quickly, but in real life I took my time with this and was very precise while I applied this cream shadow, just following her natural crease and then flicking out towards the end. Oop, snap her head in, snap her neck. I don't know why I did that, because it sped up that look quite crazy. Anyway, so as I said, I'm just really carving out that crease and applying that cream eyeshadow, and on top of that I'm going to apply some Inglot. This is a light lilac pigment. Going to apply that on top straight away. Normally I do each step of each eye one at a time, but because I don't want this cream eyeshadow to dry before I apply the pigment, because that is what's going to get the pigment to stick. So just applying that quite carefully with a flat concealer brush, patting it on to that cream eyeshadow, and then repeating it again on the other eye. Just be very careful when carving out that crease. Then taking an eyeliner brush, this is a MAC eyeliner brush, very fine brush. I'm taking the darkest shade in the palette called Braveheart, I think it's called, or Red Heart actually, sorry. I'll leave all the names of the eyeshadows down below because my eyeshadow palette is actually in my daughter's room and she's asleep now, so I'm going to go and pick her up and get it. But yeah, so I'm just defining that crease a little bit more with that eyeliner brush, just to give it a little bit more depth. And then I'm just going to go in with the Maybelline Gel Liner to create a winged liner. Now the reason I didn't want to post this video is because my winged liner was so wonky and the cut crease wasn't exact. I'm so particular, but you know what, I'm going to post it anyway. For foundation I used the MAC Studio Sculpt foundation in NC25. I actually don't like this foundation. I found it really separated in the tube no matter how much I shook it up, and I don't know. It was too full coverage for her, but she really doesn't like her freckles, so she wanted them covered up because she was going out afterwards. But personally, I would have just put something really light coverage on her face because she is absolutely stunning and her freckles are beautiful, but I have to do what the client wants. So after I colour correct slightly under her eyes using the Benefit Erase Paste in Light, this slight orangey tinge of this concealer is going to colour correct the blueness under her eyes. Can't really see it on camera, but she did have a little bit. And then I'm going to highlight and conceal again with the MAC Prolongwear Concealer in NC15. going to blend that out with my beauty blender. Make sure it's damp, and that's just going to pick up any excess products. So as we're blending it out, it's also going to pick up some products, so it's not like tons of concealer on the face. That's why I use it to blend in all my cream and liquid products. I am going to set under the eyes straight away before I blend in the rest of the concealer because I don't want it to crease. So I'm just setting that with my MAC Next to Nothing powder, and after I've blended the rest in, I'm going to set the rest of the face with a slightly darker powder by MAC. Still Next to Nothing, but it's just a slightly darker shade. That's going to give us some colour back to the face. To contour, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit in light medium, and as I've contoured with the NARS Eater brush, I do blend it out again, as you just saw me do, with a larger powder brush to get rid of any harsh edges. Then just taking it down the side of the nose. I could have blended that nose contour in a little bit more. As I said, the video isn't perfect, but well, what can you do? Can't be. Never mind. Anyway, so I've applied Spellbound by Makeupgeek. This is just a nice matte pink shadow. Not shadow, blusher. What am I talking about? And then I'm just going to carve out that contour a little bit with some RCMA No Colour powder. Just applying that with my beauty blender in like strokes under the cheekbones, and then I'm going to wipe that off straight away. This is just going to carve out that contour that I made, because as I did blend it out with my blending brush, my powder brush, it did kind of lost some definition there. For highlight, I'm going to use MAC Soft and Gentle. I'm just going to apply this with a Real Techniques setting brush on the cheekbones, a little bit on the tip of the nose, on the cupid's bow, on the bridge of the nose. And then again, I always go in with my powder brush and blend that contour, blush and highlight together, because you just do not want to look like one of those ice cream sandwiches things that I've seen a lot of people with brown chocolate, strawberry and vanilla ice cream. I can't remember what they're called, but you know what I mean. So for under the eyes, as again, I'm just going to go in with Nuna, which is the darker of the two matte pink shades. And then on a flatter, more defined brush, I'm going to take the Blackheart or Red Heart. But I really need to get the palette. Never mind. I'll list it down below. But it's the darkest of the shades. This is going to smoke out the lower lash line a bit. Give a little bit more drama to the look. Then I'm going to apply these lashes. I'm not going to show you that because I took ages doing that today for some reason. Then I'm going to use the Lemonhead glitter in Mullholland. This is a lovely rose gold glitter. It's kind of a gel consistency more than a pressed glitter. Anyway, I'm just applying that with a really tiny cotton bud. This just helps me put it into the place because it's not a gel liner, it's not an eyeliner glitter. You have to be quite precise when you're putting it on, but you can really move it into place, which I quite like. And once it dries, this stuff dries, I mean, it will last all night. That glitter doesn't fall out all over your face or anything like that. So I do recommend that you check Lemonhead out. Did change over to a disposable eyeliner brush, I think, at this point, because it was just a little bit easier to apply. Then I'm just applying some Coloured Raine liquid lipstick in Marshmellow. And that is the end of the video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe. And as I said, I'm really sorry that the makeup wasn't up to scratch. I can even see a little bit tiny powder on her face there, which I should have blended away, but hey ho. Anyway, take care. See you next week. Thanks for watching.